What's going on, guys? Excuse my yee ass haircut. I've been in lockdown for like 4 weeks and I haven't been able to go anywhere. It's been pretty shit. I just wanted to start this video off quickly by saying thank you to all you guys because we've just hit 200 YouTube mechanics. But on a serious note, I just wanted to thank you guys because without you guys, working on the car would be kind of boring and sort of a nightmare because it wouldn't really have anything to keep me entertained. Today I actually have got some stuff to fix the automatic gearbox. So I've got the shift solenoid that I need replaced, and I've also got a new trans filter kit, and it hasn't arrived yet, but I've also got some OEM type T4 transmission fluid on its way as well. So hopefully that'll fix our shifting issues, and then yeah, we'll actually be able to drive the thing to its full potential. Then I can actually do a proper driving video for you guys because I haven't been able to do one yet because the thing drives like shit. All right, let's get to unboxing the parts.
Welcome my friends to Scuffed Garage headquarters. Parcels.
All right, so first I am pretty sure this is the shift solenoid in this box. So let's open her up and have a look, eh? Well, that's the receipt. I'm gonna open it the other side so I don't cut through the goddamn receipt. Oh yeah, I've waited so long to find one of these as well because all I could ever find is the kit that contained 2 of them, and it was from the US, and it cost like $300, and I was like, fuck, that's expensive. And then I found this one pop up on eBay. It's a single solenoid, which I only need one. I need the shift solenoid 2 to be replaced. And it was like 116 or something. So I was like, yeah, jumping on that. Oh, great Aussie packaging. Got some newspaper. Oh, pass the parcel, mate. Ooh, it's like being at a party when you're a kid. You pass the newspaper shit around and they stop the music on the kid next to you and you don't get the fucking thing. You just... Whoos, lad! Alright. Ooh. No, don't tell me this is the fucking one they've sent because I'll be pissed because that is not the right... Oh no, they got a bunch of different ones on here. Okay, I saw this and I'm just like, yeah, that's not the one I want. Don't be the one in the box. But then I realized there's a bunch of other ones on the back as well. Yeah, okay. It better be the one I want. It is! So this little fucker is what's gonna make my car run better. This little thing right here, the shift solenoid 2. This is the only thing that's been keeping my car from shifting like shit. And I have to remove the oil pan off the bottom of the transmission and then replace this. So that's what we'll be doing. And we've got a ground wire here and then a plug that just goes into the one that's already plugged in. Sweet. And then there's also a little mounting bracket for it. But I should be able to just use the mounting bracket that's already in the car. And then we've got instruction manual for that too. Sweet. Okay, moving on. All right, next package. This one should be the filter kit for the transmission and also like the new gasket for it to seal. So I'm hoping that's all in here because that's what was advertised. Open this up. It's like Christmas. All right, now we've got a trans gold trans filter kit. Oh shit, yeah. Well, there's the filter, the new filter that I will be chucking in. So that's that. No gasket, I don't think. Oh no, what's that? Really? There's like no packaging for the, it's just... Okay. Right, then. Well, that's simple enough anyway. I mean, you just whack that in there and then it's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna have to like sit that up in the thing and then put the bolts through. I can tell this is gonna give me the shits. Cool, all right. Now we gotta go jack up the car high enough so I can actually get under there and, you know, work on it. I might actually have to take the wheels off, like the front wheels at least anyway, because then it'll probably be a hell of a lot easier. I'll have a lot more room under there. All right, let's get started on that shit then. All right, so I'm definitely gonna be taking the wheels off. So I'm gonna have to loosen the 2 front ones before I put it up in the air or I won't be able to get it off. This big sexy boy off. Yeah, nice. Oh. look at that. Still nice and shiny. Ooh. Alright, so I've got the car up in the air now. It's up a decent amount. I can't really show you just because of the way my freaking phone stand is. It's just because it won't allow me to get it under there as much. But it's a decent enough amount of room. It's up pretty high. So hopefully we'll have enough clearance to be able to get everything done without smacking ourselves in the face too much. So the first step of what I'm going to needing to do is just emptying that transmission. So I'm going to grab my oil pan and we'll get under there and we'll start that dripping into it. Okay, so under the car here on the trans, this is what we want, this little plug here. And I'm pretty sure it's a 14, so we're gonna go ahead and loosen that and we'll start draining all the fluid into the bucket here. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, good pour, barely any spill. Good job, nice, very nice, I like. I'm gonna let that drain for a little bit, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack the car up a bit higher, that way I have a bit more room underneath the car, because yeah, there's really not enough room to be moving my hands and stuff and trying to access all the bolts around that thing at the moment because the car's only like a foot off the ground. And yeah, it's pretty toxic. But now that it's stopped dripping, I can go ahead and throw the plug back in and then we can jack up the car a little higher and get to taking the transmission pan off. Ooh. Make sure you get rid of your fluids and shit properly and don't just pour it down a drain or something like a dickhead. So what I'm doing is I'm literally just pouring the whole transmission fluid back into the transmission bottle. That's all I'm doing. Jack the car up a little bit more. I don't really want to go any higher because my jack is only little and this thing maxes out pretty quickly. So I figured I'll leave it at that just to be safe, and it should be at least enough room for me to get under there and use both my arms. It might be a little hard to record, but I'll do my best. Okay, so before I get ahead of myself here and take the pan off the transmission, I did kind of forget, you've got to separate the dipstick guide because it joins in the middle, and I've accidentally done that before, so I'm hoping I can just do it the way I did it accidentally and not break anything. Because the way I did it was, I went to change the auto trans fluid one day, and instead of, wait, let me grab my torch from under the car. Instead of doing it properly, what I did was, that little black clip there that's on the stick, I didn't move that aside and I was just pulling the dipstick up. And what that did was drag the entire guide and split it in the middle. So I'm just gonna attempt to do that and hopefully it'll work the way I want it to today. I think I might have put it back together too well. Because now it's really hard to pull out. I might have to get under there and disconnect it with a screwdriver like the way I put it in. But if you can do it this way and not damage anything, it's probably the easier way to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, I think I just pulled the dipstick up and out. I forced it over the little clip. All right, I'll just get under and do it that way. Guys, look at what I'm talking about. So, if we get in under the car here, directly under the left front wheel, you'll see up in there on the UZ anyway, past the headers, this bit in here, where they connect, that's the dipstick. So I've just disconnected it. All I did was put a screwdriver in between the two pieces, pry it open a little bit, and then just get back up in top, grab the whole thing with my hand in the engine bay, and then just give it a little yank. And now it's disconnected. So now I can pull it out. My life easier later when I go to reconnect it. I'm not going to pull it all the way out. All I've done is pull the dipstick up a little bit. That way it pulls it out of the transmission a bit, but still keeping it dangling under there under the car. So this piece doesn't have to be guided all the way back down there when I eventually need to put the pan back on. And then that way, when I put the pan back up, I can just line the part on the pan up with this and reconnect them. So that way it'll save me quite a bit of trouble of lining them up and shit. This is really shit to do under the car. So I'm just taking these off in like an opposite pattern. So I've done the corner like up the other end. Now I'm doing this corner, and then I'll move to the other corner, and like I'll just keep taking one off each side and stuff, so I'm not, you know, lopsiding it and shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna sit here until these are all done, and I'll catch up with you guys. Laying on your back under there, getting all those out, is fucking draining. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna quickly stick the jack under the car with a block of wood on it and just rest that up against the transmission pan. That way, when I take out the rest of the bolts, it isn't just gonna fucking drop on my head or on the floor, and that way I can just lower it out. Nice and easy. Whew. Just rest there. God damn. This is why I want a fucking hoist. Alright. So that should be the transmission pan free. There's so many friggin' bolts for this thing. Holy shit. Look at that. That's a lot of bolts. God damn it. Alright, now I'm gonna try and get it out. I'm gonna cut day one there just because I was getting extremely sick and dizzy from laying under the car and just looking up for ages. So I went and had a shower, and I'm just gonna start editing this footage for now, but I'll put this up as a part one just because I want to throw up the thank you for 200 subs, and I also just want to get something up for you guys so you know what's going on and you know that I am still working on the car. And I should be back at it tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to get that pan off easy enough. I'll probably just have to heat it up. I did go to heat it up with my heat gun, but the battery was dead when I went to use it, so as always. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys very soon. Peace.